Indira Gandhi was a towering figure. She was India's first and so far only female prime minister. She was born into politics. Her father, Jawaharlal Nehru, was India's first prime minister. But she was no stranger to hardship. She witnessed the turmoil of India's independence movement. She saw the partition of India and Pakistan. These events shaped her worldview. They made her tough, pragmatic, even ruthless. On October 31st, 1984, Indira Gandhi was assassinated. It was a dark day for India. The nation went into shock. Gandhi was more than a prime minister. She was an icon. She was Mother India to millions. Her death left a void in Indian politics. It also triggered one of the darkest chapters in India's history. Indira Gandhi's path to power was not straightforward. She became prime minister in 1966. Many saw her as an inexperienced choice. Some even called her a gungi gudiya, a silent doll. They underestimated her. She quickly proved to be a shrewd and decisive leader. In 1971, she led India to victory in the war with Pakistan. This war led to the creation of Bangladesh. It cemented her image as a strong leader, but her popularity began to wane in the late 1970s. She faced accusations of authoritarianism. She declared a state of emergency in 1975. This period saw the suppression of civil liberties. It damaged her reputation. She was voted out of office in 1977. However, she made a remarkable comeback in 1980. She returned to power with a thumping majority. She remained prime minister until her assassination in 1984. The events leading up to Indira Gandhi's assassination were complex. In the early 1980s, India faced a rise in Sikh separatism. A militant group led by Jarnail Singh Bhindranwale was demanding an independent Sikh state called Khalistan. Bhindranwale and his followers occupied the Golden Temple in Amritsar. The Golden Temple is the holiest shrine in Sikhism. The Indian government faced a dilemma. Action against the militants would be seen as an attack on Sikhism. Inaction would be seen as weakness. In June 1984, Indira Gandhi ordered Operation Blue Star. The Indian Army stormed the Golden Temple. The operation was successful in removing the militants, but it came at a heavy cost. Hundreds of people were killed. The Golden Temple was damaged. The operation deeply alienated many Sikhs. It set the stage for the tragedy that followed. October 31st, 1984, a day of mourning. October 31st, 1984, began like any other day for Indira Gandhi. She had a busy schedule ahead. She was due to give an interview to a British journalist. She was dressed in a saffron sari. She had removed her bulletproof vest. She wanted to appear approachable for the interview. As she walked through the garden of her residence, she was approached by two of her Sikh bodyguards. They opened fire. Gandhi was rushed to the hospital, but it was too late. She was pronounced dead on arrival. Her assassination sent shockwaves throughout India and the world. Her killers, Bent Singh and Satwant Singh, were both shot. Bent Singh died on the spot. Satwant Singh was later tried and executed. The aftermath, a nation divided. The assassination of Indira Gandhi triggered one of the darkest chapters in India's history. Anti-Sikh riots erupted in Delhi and other parts of the country. Mobs roamed the streets, targeting Sikhs. Thousands of Sikhs were killed. Their homes and businesses were destroyed. The government seemed helpless to stop the violence. Some even accused members of the ruling Congress Party of inciting the riots. The riots left a deep scar on India's social fabric. They eroded trust between communities. They raised questions about justice and accountability. The wounds of 1984 still fester today. Legacy in the rubble. Indira's India. Indira Gandhi's assassination was a tragedy. It robbed India of a charismatic and controversial leader. Her legacy remains complex and contested. She was a polarizing figure. She was both admired and feared. She was a champion of the poor and a ruthless politician. She could be both charming and ruthless. She was a product of her time. She was shaped by the tumultuous events of the 20th century. She left an indelible mark on India. She led India through some of its most challenging times. She made mistakes, but she also achieved significant victories. Her legacy continues to be debated, but one thing is certain: Indira Gandhi was a force to be reckoned with. Subscribe emgotv360 History.